It is great to be here, and congratulations. I know I've had the chance to say this a couple times, but this was the first time I actually got to hold Bart's granddaughter, and what a great reminder of what we're doing here every single day. She is so perfect. So congratulations again.
She looks just like her grandfather.
It is great to have this group all here, mostly, no offense, but because everybody's on their way out the door. And it has been a wonderful 2026 fiscal session, and really appreciate the cooperation and the hard work of every single member of the legislature. I think we have been able to do great work for the people of Arkansas over the last 30 days, and proud to get to stand with each and every one of you. I want to give a special thanks to President Hester, mostly because he brought his granddaughter with him, but also for the incredible work that he has done helping lead the legislature, and just what a great partner you have been over the course of the last 3 years, not just over this session, but just a great leader for our state, and so thank you. I also want to say thank you to Speaker Evans, who has done a great job helping shepherd this session through, and has also been a great partner, and look forward to continuing to work with you in that leadership role, and so thankful for everything we've been able to do and work through together. I also want to say congratulations to House Budget Chair Lane Jean on finishing his last session. Lane, thank you for your service. I'm looking, I think he's here, maybe. He's already gone. And no one here is surprised. Anybody who knows Lane knows once the work's done, he's out. So, but he has been a great leader, and just been, again, a tremendous partner in helping us accomplish a lot of things for the people of Arkansas. As you know, fiscal session is always a mad dash, but we came together, we did the work, and we delivered for the people of Arkansas. So thank you to each and every one of you. I also want to thank the members of my team who put so much work in on the front end to make this fiscal session a success. Secretary Jim Hudson and his team at DF&A have done an amazing job managing Arkansas's finances, and because of their work, not only were we able to accomplish our top priorities this year, but they've set us up for what I think will be a great week next week. I also want to say thank you to the rest of my cabinet, who has been tasked with doing more with less and still delivering for the people of Arkansas. And you guys have done tremendous work. We have put a lot on your shoulders, and we're going to continue to do that because we know that you're up to the task, and we'll continue to do great things. So thank you for your dedication. I also want to say thank you to Schaefer, Stanley, and Selby McCullough, the other members of my legislative team, for their hard work. They have just done heroes work and such tremendous public servants, and I'm so thankful for both of you. A little sad, but also super excited. We're probably not going to see a lot of Selby over the next few months. As you all know, she's getting ready to go on maternity leave, and we really appreciate that she perfectly timed it to be after the fiscal session. So such an accountant, down to every detail, but you guys have done an amazing job, so thank you for your hard work. I say it all the time, I think I have the best team in the country, and they have really helped us accomplish big things. We laid out priorities for this year's fiscal session in the State of the State address, and I apologize that that speech was a little longer than most of the ones I've given in the past, and probably most of the ones I will give in the future. In fact, my son Huck was pretty upset with the length of my speech. He timed the entire thing from start to finish, and when I stepped off the dais, the very first thing he said to me was, "Mom, you promised it was going to be short." And he had tracked that it was exactly 53 minutes, and he had missed his afternoon at school. Most kids would be happy, but not Huck, and he continues to remind me that my speeches in the future should be a little shorter. The reason, though, that I talked for so long is because I wanted to share the stories of the people this budget would impact. Not the people in this room, but the 3 million people who live across Arkansas, who our decisions will have a direct impact on. I talked about the kids whose lives will be forever changed because we are fully funding EFAs. I talked about the teachers who are being paid more than ever because of the LEARNS Act. I talked about the schools that are going from F to B and soon to A because we made the changes we needed to in our education system. You heard from new state troopers who are moving here because of competitive pay offered through the new pay plan. You heard from Arkansans who moved from crisis to career because of the type of integrated faith-based programming our state now offers through the 1033 initiative. And finally, I told stories of two veterans, Dustin Singer and Mason Bennett, who are now building new homes here in Arkansas because of the work that we have done to make it the best state in America to live, to work, and to raise a family. And today I'm signing a budget that fulfills our promise to each of those Arkansans, investing in key priorities while keeping overall spending low. We partnered with our legislature to send a budget that accomplishes those goals, and because of that, we will now be able to cut taxes for the fourth time in 3 years next week. When we cut Arkansas income tax, we will have lowered our overall rate since I took office by 25% and returned more than $1.5 billion to the people of Arkansas. We will also lower our corporate tax rate by 0.2% and continue to make Arkansas the best state in America to do business. But before we get to all of that, I'll sign the budget that paves the way for those tax cuts to go into effect while still funding EFAs, the pay plan, the 1033 initiative, and so many other priorities for the people of Arkansas. I want to again say thank you to all of the people who had a hand in crafting the budget, and especially to our legislators for their hard work to get it passed into law. I'm going to turn it over to President Hester, who I think has a live baby over here that's waking up. And so we're counting on you to be shorter than me, and then I'll ask Speaker Evans to come up, and then we'll take a few questions. Thank you.
You know, I was thinking about our budget and how really tight it is, and we all see that. And when I look at our state agency directors, secretaries, and what we're asking them to do, more with less, and continue to serve the people of Arkansas, I want to thank every state employee who's out there doing their part to make sure that we continue to provide great services to the people of Arkansas, so that we can continue to cut taxes. And it takes everyone. It takes every state employee doing their part, partnering with the legislature, partnering with the governor, and I want to thank our state employees for the great work that they're doing. You know, I thought about the state legislature, and democracy's hard. And you watch this process where members had sincere concerns about budget, about different areas, and they fought, and we debated those and debated them vigorously and sometimes to the very last minute. But at the end of the day, this legislature said, we're not going to be like the federal government. We're not going to use the appropriations process to shut down the government. We're going to do what's right for the people of Arkansas. We did that as a collective whole. And for that, I'm grateful for the leadership of, Senator Dismaying in the budget and making sure that members had all the questions answered that they needed, and really the leadership and partnership of Speaker Evans and how that went. But grateful for all the members of the legislature who did right by the people of Arkansas. And before I get out of here, I'm going to congratulate Senator Davis on being elected just shortly ago as the next designee to be the President Pro Tem for the next General Assembly.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Senator Hester. And I appreciate the 2 points that you both stressed, and that was budget priorities and democracy. Our forefathers, in their very infinite wisdom, created a representative style of democracy for the purpose of listening to stakeholders, bringing their convictions to the table, debating the issues, and compromising for a result that benefits the greater good of the people. And I believe we just showed that that system continues to work today. I'm proud of the work that my General Assembly colleagues have done during this fiscal session. Remarkable work. You should be applauded all for your efforts. I'm thankful to be a part of this legislature that still prioritizes life from conception to the aged, fragile years. We showed that by the investments that we have made into child care and into additional funds for senior citizens. I'm thankful to be a part of this legislative body that prioritizes serving the least of these, those who have different abilities and different needs, and that is part of our advocacy. I'm thankful to be a part of a body that prioritizes education. Education that is for all children, regardless of their age, their gender, their background, their wealth index, or physical or mental capabilities. We are investing in the children of Arkansas. I'm thankful to be a part of the legislative body that's willing to make bold, forward-thinking decisions by investing in our people. That's by investing in jobs, in benefits, in workforce development, and life-changing career opportunities. And I'm thankful to be a part of a legislative body that will stand strong with our law enforcement, our corrections professionals, and provide them the resources to protect all Arkansans in their everyday lives. Governor Sanders, Senator Hester, thank you for your leadership, your engagement, your willingness to listen to the House and to the Senate, and to make very bold and forward-thinking, aggressive decisions for the betterment of our great state. Thank you all.
Take a couple questions.
So for next week's special section, what are you looking for?
Tax cuts. I think we've been very clear and very transparent in what our goal is. We want it to be pretty singularly focused on providing relief to Arkansans, letting them keep more of their hard-earned money, and we're in a great position to be able to do that, in large part because the people standing to my left and to my right have worked hard to build a budget that holds the line, doesn't grow substantially the size of government, still invests in our key priorities, and Arkansas is in as good of a financial position, frankly, as we have been in decades. And so we're in a great position and excited to return more money back to the people of Arkansas.
How many states are we competing with for this advanced manufacturing facility? What kind of odds do you give the states chances of winning that facility?
Well, I can't get into the specifics in terms of how many states we're competing against. What I can say is Arkansas is in a very good position, but there's still work to do. I'm hopeful that we will be able to get this project. It will be a massive economic investment in a region of our state that will benefit greatly, and it's something that I'm very hopeful Arkansas will be able to close the deal on.
Looking forward to the next regular session next year, what are you planning on prioritizing that maybe didn't get enough emphasis?
Certainly, we'll make announcements about next year's session. Today, we really want to focus on the success that we've had over the course of the last 30 days, but you can expect the same priorities that this group and this body has zeroed in on over the course of the last 3 years: education, public safety, affordability, economic growth and investment. Those are going to be the things we'll continue to focus on as we move into the session early next year.
Can you talk about a little bit of some comments that have been made about too much money going towards the EFA accounts? Just respond to that a little bit.
Sure. I think that that program is something that is a great success story. The fact that we have as many kids and families that will be impacted by that, that's a good thing. More kids in our state are getting the education they need and they deserve. That's something everybody should be proud of and should be celebrating. We're putting about $300 million into education freedom accounts. At the same time, we're putting $3.3 billion into public education, 10 times as much, the largest investment we've ever made in public education in the state of Arkansas. And you want to know what the best part is? It's actually working. Our kids are doing better. Our teachers have higher satisfaction than they have ever had. Our state is winning because we're investing where it matters, and it's going to make a difference not just in the immediate. Right now, we're seeing our test scores go up. We're seeing our schools do better from F to B, but we're also going to see for decades and decades the impact that it makes when kids get the type of education they need and greater opportunity is opened up. That's what's happening in Arkansas, and we're creating, frankly, a national blueprint that other states are starting to want to follow.
And then kind of about that as well, back to tax credits for a
Sure.
moment. There's also been some comments made that the tax cuts that you're proposing still to be special sessions on. But there's been some comments that the tax break or the tax cuts are not going to go to our everyday Arkansans, or going to go to top earners. We've already seen some tax movement in the homestead tax credit act, but can you just respond a little bit to how everyday Arkansans are going to see that tax reduction if it is actually going to the top
everybody wins. I mean, the people that are at the bottom of the income structure, frankly, are already paying zero. Because of the great work of the people standing right here, we've already reduced taxes and gotten rid of that burden for so many Arkansans. This is something that further helps us get to zero for everybody. That's the ultimate goal, and we're going to continue ticking away and responsibly phase out our state's income tax. Take one more question.
The corporate rate tax cut was going to go into effect January 1st, 2027.
Correct, yes. The personal will be retroactive, the corporate would be 2027. Great. Thank you all so much, and congratulations again to this legislature on a great session.